Evloev vs. Sterling at UFC 310. We analyze the most underrated card fight. Already this week, one of the most anticipated tournaments of this year in the world of mixed martial arts, UFC 310, will take place in Las Vegas, USA. The undefeated fighter Movsar Evloev will perform in the preliminaries of this event. The Russian featherweight will share the octagon with former UFC champion Aljamain Sterling. We suggest you figure out how strong the guys who will come together in the most underrated battle of the upcoming card are. Why was the fight between Movsar and Aljo postponed? Initially, the fight between Evloev and Sterling was scheduled for October 6th. The guys were supposed to fight in Salt Lake City, USA at the UFC 307 tournament. The fighters managed to exchange traditional promises to knock each other out, turned on the trash talk a little, and Sterling even accused the Russian of using banned substances. Passions were heating up closer to the fight. However, a few weeks before the meeting, Aljo was injured and withdrew from the event. The doctors reported that the damage was not serious, so Aljamain did not need to undergo surgery. Sterling immediately asked to postpone the fight with Evloev to December. Movsar was actively looking for an opponent for the fight in October. However, no one from the featherweight division agreed to fight on short notice with the undefeated prospect. Evloev was forced to finish the camp overseas ahead of schedule and return to his homeland. After considering all the options, Movsar still agreed to fight with Aljamain in December. What is Evloev good at? Movsar Evloev is ranked 5th in the UFC featherweight division. The Russian is on a series of 8 wins in the best promotion in the world, and in the last match he confidently defeated the strong Arnold Allen. The English athlete has not yet received a title only because of his pragmatic manner of fighting. Yes, many people find his style boring, but it brings results. Evloev fights very carefully. On average, he spends only 56% of the total time in the distance per round. The rest falls on the clinch and the ground. This is quite logical, because wrestling is Movsar's strong point. But it cannot be said that a Russian uses it to the fullest. He has only 4 victorious submissions, and 7 out of 18 career achievements. As for the strikes, Movsar is superior to his opponent here. It can work in series and connect the legs. On average, Evloev throws more than 50 strikes per round with an accuracy of 65%. For comparison, Sterling has just under 40 strikes in 5 minutes of combat with an accuracy of 58%. What can Sterling do against it? Aljamain Sterling defeated Kevin Kattar by unanimous decision in April this year, successfully making his featherweight debut. After that, also soared to the 9th position of the division, instantly receiving a top opponent as a rival. If the American has to fight with Evloev in a distance, he will certainly try to focus on kicks, low kicks and long side kicks on the body. However, the Funkmaster is unlikely to be able to compete with Movsar at a decent level in this aspect, where he has been progressing decently in recent years. But an American is dangerous on ground, and even for Evloev. On average, Sterling makes more than 4 takedowns per round. Evloev's is 3.5. Moreover, he makes transfers not for the sake of control, like Movsar, but in order to find the finish line. It is not surprising that he has twice as many painful victories as the Russian. Aljo, who holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, will certainly try to look for holes in Evloev's defense in order to catch him on the sub as well. The rating of Evloev and Sterling from StatsFight, whose is higher? According to StatsFight rating, Movsar Evloev's fighting level is higher than that of Aljamain Sterling. The skills and experience of the Russian fighter are rated 94. The characteristics of the American ex-UFC champion are rated 88. What awaits the winner of the Movsar Aljo pair next? Evloev and Sterling are the elite of the featherweight division. But the UFC leadership does not treat both of them in the best way. Against this background, it is not surprising that they were lowered into the preliminaries of the numbered tournament. Both fighters promote to boring a style. From this, it is not so easy to predict their future after a night battle. For Evloev, perhaps, it is only obvious that his traditional victory on points does not guarantee him the title. It will continue to be pickled. In the end, it may come to the point that Movsar will be pushed into the background and the case will last until the expiration of the contract as, for example, it recently happened with Muhammad Mokaev. As for Sterling, he is just starting to form in the 66 kilograms division. This fight will be his second in this category. And if he wins, he may well get a bigger name in the person of Brian Ortega or Yair Rodriguez. If you like this review, then please like it. Watch the main fight and the entire UFC 310 together with the Stats Fight, MMA Picks and Score app available on the App Store and Google Play, where in parallel with the broadcast you can follow the live stats, the G-Fight winner probability scale and the course of the fight screen to anticipate the outcome of the fights faster than others have.